So welcome back to my channel, everyone, to another episode of Exploring Greece. In today's episode, we're in Paxos Island, a beautiful small island underneath Corfu. For all you who don't know, it's personally my first time as well visiting this beautiful island, and just like any person exploring... All right, wait a minute. Let's give this island a proper intro, shall we? Previous episode was Sivota, so if you haven't seen that episode, then I urge you to click right here. Let's move on and discover some places. To get to Paxos Island, we had to first drive 30 minutes from Sivota to Igoumenitsa port, and from there take the ferry across. The one and only ferry from the port of Igoumenitsa at this period of time, specifically 22nd of October, took an hour and 30 minutes to reach the island and cost a total of 66 euros for 2 adults and 1 car. 1 hour 30 minutes later. The port of Paxos is located on the island's main town of Gaios. Here you can enjoy beautiful walks and admire the island's unique architecture through its beautiful narrow streets. You will find most of the island's restaurants, cafes and bars, which are beautifully located in front of the water, but I'm not going to focus on that today. Instead, I will take you to places that I was able to discover from land, and the reason I say this is because Paxos really does need a boat if you want the whole experience in visiting some of the island's hotspots. So off we go to the first location. At Glistra Beach, the nearest point of interest is called Footprint, and apparently some artists made this, but enough said. Let's go check it out and see what it looks like up close. To get to the Footprint could be quite tricky because you have to walk through this road over here, and it looks like a dead end. There's a house here, and there's this very friendly dog over here. Yeah, I wouldn't want to... So the way we got there is we walked through this gate over here. So it's 2 minutes to walk distance from where we parked the car at that beach that we showed previously, this Footprint. Problem is that it's quite sketchy to get here. It's you don't as you can see, the surrounding area is a little tricky, tricks the mind. And apparently I need to pass through this bush, and the Footprint should be directly behind this bush. So let's see. So is this the Footprint? According to Google Maps, I'm actually standing on it. So I'm in a shoe right now. So I would have to agree with the negative reviews. If you're on ground level just like this, you cannot realize it's a foot. So the next thing we can do is take off with the drone and see what the drone sees. Okay, so things from up here are significantly better, but who made this Footprint and why? The Footprint is the work of a Greek visual artist named The Crank. This land art covers an area of 1,000 square meters. The Footprint has been described as a poignant metaphor for humanity's continuing and devastating impact on ecological systems worldwide. The artwork is a commentary on human activities harming ecological balance. Pretty awesome. But is it worth it from ground level? If you don't have a drone, I guess you're never going to see the actual shoe. There I go calling it a shoe again. It's a Footprint. My apologies, everyone. So time to say goodbye to our friend and move on to the next place. As mentioned earlier in this video, in order to discover some of the island's hotspots, you will need a boat, but because I do not have the budget for a boat, I will use the drone to show you the next spot, which I had to drive 10 minutes from the Footprint to get there, so off we go through the narrow roads to get as close as possible. Located at the south of the island, the cave is what it's called on the map, and this is what it looks like. It's quite obvious that you need a boat to see this location. It's impossible to see it on foot, but I try my best to show you these places and have an idea what they look like, and maybe one day you get to visit them. I'm pretty sure you can go with a boat tour, but I believe it would be best to be with a group of people you know and enjoy this place on your own pace. We're gonna drive 20 minutes to this one beach called Avlaki Beach, and the good news is you can get by car over there to that island. And right next to that island is a beach called the Galazio, which you need a boat to get there. So we're gonna go see what it's like. But then again, look at the scenery around here, how beautiful it is. although there's a sign pointing towards Avlaki Beach, you think you might get there with your car. So I'm not going to risk driving on this type of road because it's probably going to bust the car. So if you're definitely driving to this beach, you're going to need a 4x4 or a quad, a nice ATV. We're going to walk 900 meters. As soon as you turn to the sign pointing towards Avlaki Beach, it says that it's 900 meters, about a 10-minute walk. And these roads are tricky. Like in many places in Paxos, like you see all rocks and all of a sudden you see cement, so it's fine, but then you don't know what's going on further down. And because I've had past experiences driving in places out of nowhere in Greece, you can never trust Google Maps 100%. So I would say that it's better to just walk if you can. This is the scenery when you walk towards the beach. Massive olive trees. In general, I've noticed in the Ionian Islands, Lefkada, for example, in Kefalonia, you see the largest olive trees you have ever seen in all of Greece. So Avlaki is a small beach hidden in its own little bay, meaning it will most likely be protected from waves due to its geographical location on the west of the island. Definitely bring your sports shoes and some beach swimming shoes because this beach has some big rocks. But in order for you to go, it needs to remain public. I hope this doesn't mean that some rich person went to buy it off, but someone definitely went through a lot of trouble to communicate their message with us. So hey, if anyone knows anything, please tell us what's going on in the comments. Now the real cherry on top lies next to Avlaki, and it's Galazio Beach. But the problem here is an obvious one. You need a boat to get there. But my dear audience, I might not have a boat, but I got a little camera in the sky to capture this beauty and give you a nice perspective of the beach. Where's the next place we can go to since we are here? Let's see, we'll see next. On to the next destination, but before we get there, have a look at the road scenery. A thing to keep in mind is that if you're planning to see the island, the good news is that it's quite small, meaning that you can drive from the south to the north in 30 minutes. But keep in mind that this is at the end of October, so if you're visiting during the busy summer months of July and August, for sure there will be more traffic, so in many cases you might need to back up to make some room for another vehicle. 7 kilometers north of Gaios is the village of Laka, which is our next destination. There's nothing ugly on this island, so this village is quite beautiful. The only thing I can say is that there was not much going on since it is off season. But again, that doesn't stop me from going, and look at this everyone. The color of the water surrounding Laka looks like you're in some type of tropical paradise. And no, my friend, you are in Greece. Like the story says, God built the world and left Greece for his own home. To my surprise, there were many sailboats here just as in Gaios, but I mean, who wouldn't want to sail in the Ionian Sea? Hopefully one day, I can also cross that out from my bucket list and take you guys with me. There is also a lighthouse in Laka, but I wouldn't advise you to go since it is locked and there is nothing really to see there. But since I'm here, I'm gonna walk 10 minutes to the nearest beach named Plani. Let's see what it looks like. And now we're gonna walk down this road in this beautiful scenery. Wear good shoes when walking on this beach here. Look at these rocks. You do not want to be barefoot while walking here, so I'm very grateful for wearing my sports shoes. Keep that in mind. What's awesome here is that literally next to Plani Beach, just by walking up the rocks, you get to witness sea caves from up close. I must admit, I shit my pants when I was flying the drone through the cave. It's the first time I attempted something like that, and it's probably the last time I attempted something like that. Epic surrounding of nature. Just look at the formation. Unbelievable. This is truly amazing, and I feel this is the best place I have approached via foot on Paxos Island. Just amazing. Just look at it. It's right next to Plani Beach. There's no official name to this location. Once again, just like as mentioned before, the western part of Paxos is just full of caves. Just know that this area is a naturist area, but thankfully no one was naked here today, because after all, this is YouTube. And I'm not judging, but just bear that in mind in case you're coming with children. Off to the next hotspot, which is my favorite beach on the island, and the good news, you can go there without a boat. This is Eremitis Beach, which is epic, but let's see how I got there first. We parked at Eremitis Bar Restaurant. Look for this sign if you want to know how to get here. And there's a sign saying that we can walk to Eremitis Beach. We just need to see if this is actually true. This is definitely the best beach in Paxos Island that you can visit via foot. So hopefully this path here, which does not look like a regular path, leads to Eremitis Beach. Although it says it's 100 meters away, I doubt it's 100 meters away. That looks more like 500 meters away. But let's go see. Absolutely smells beautiful. All this green here is spearmint, and you walk down and it's just so refreshing as a smell. And over here you gotta watch your head. Not an easy trail. And continue to walk down this exciting hike. Either we make it to the beach or not. What a beautiful hiking trail we just discovered along the way. This is what I love about the Ionian Islands in Greece. They're just so rich in vegetation. They're not like the Cycladic Islands where are completely dry and windy deserts. Over here you have rich vegetation and most of the time no wind. At least every time I've been, it tends to not be so windy. The good news is, so far, that I think now we are on an actual path. Now, would I recommend doing this at night? No. Hopefully you won't need to call for any help while you're here. I'm over here! Now, can you drive to the beach? Yes, you can, but the road can be quite sketchy at some parts. That's why I didn't carry on the day before when I attempted the first time. Therefore, I ended up on this path. But if you choose to go by car, you'll literally be 20 meters from the beach. And boom, I present to you Eremitis Beach, an absolute wonder of nature. This is the youngest beach in Greece and was built in 2008. Since then, it did not exist. It was created due to a landslide caused by an earthquake, and with the collapse of a huge rock, the opening to the sea was formed. At this point, I think it's worth mentioning, if you enjoy the content that you see on this channel, please subscribe to the channel. You have no idea how much just a small amount of support, gives someone that boost to continue and carry on with the journey. So if you enjoy what you see through this channel, hit the subscribe button and let's explore more of our beautiful world, and let's explore more of Greece. And after this true beauty of nature that we discovered, the true wonder of nature, now it's time for the worst part, to walk all the way back up that trail. Once you chill on the beach, you just don't feel like walking up, but hey, let's go on to the next place. We have to do it somehow. Next are the Blue Caves, which you can get there only by boat. Now, I wish I could get up close, but the goal is to show you in any way I can how beautiful they are. In this video, it might seem that the only beautiful beaches are situated on the west part. Well, that's not true. Which brings me to the last beach that I visited on the island, and is on the east side. So after driving around all day, we finally arrive to the beautiful Kypiadi Beach. So if I did say before that all the best beaches are situated in the west, this here is situated on the east, and it's not so bad. Just look at it. It's absolutely beautiful. Nice calm weather, calm water. Absolutely a beautiful beach, and definitely worth coming here if you're on Paxos Island, and you can get here via foot. Once again, another great spot, which is definitely amazing for the sunset, is called, on the map, View of Cave. This is what it looks like when you are here. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely stunning, just magical. It looks like you just woke up in the most beautiful dream, and voila, you're still sleeping, you're still dreaming. But I'm pretty sure, because you are facing west, you will get an amazing sunset view from here. So if you want to catch a beautiful sunset view, then definitely you should come to this spot over here. But the road here is, yeah, you're gonna need to park somewhere again, because driving here, I don't know, I mean, a lot of locals here like to destroy their cars, but I'm not gonna destroy the car because it's not mine, so you understand how it goes. Anyways, but one thing I do want to address is, even in this out of nowhere spot, trash. Look at that. Someone came all this way here to eat their chips and drink their soda pop, and boom, they just leave it here. What a nice thing to do. Look at this place. So with that being said, everyone, my goal is not to insult your intelligence, but please do not litter. If you can bring your soda can all the way with you to this place, then I'm pretty sure you can take it back with you to the nearest trash can. If you're interested in these locations, you will find all the links in the description. So that was it, everyone, with Paxos Island. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give it a like, and if you enjoyed this content, hit that subscribe button. Today's the last day. Tomorrow we leave on to the next destination, which so far we haven't discovered where exactly we want to go. But it doesn't matter, that's the fun part of exploring. Stay tuned to this Exploring Greece mini-series. You might be wondering why I'm not showing places as where to eat, etc, etc. Well, I tried eating out and it was very expensive, for me at least. So make sure to find an apartment like we did, where you have basic amenities in the kitchen, and cook yourself a meal. That will be the cheapest way to make it through, if you're on a budget. If you don't care and money is not an issue, then go ahead, do what you do best. But for me, sorry guys, I'm gonna cook at home. Thank you very much for watching. Until the next episode, see ya. In the next episode of Exploring Greece, we hit the mountains of Pindos to see more of the unique treasures this beautiful country hides. We will also be visiting the sinking village of Ropoto, so make sure to stay tuned to these episodes.